What's good, people? This is White Rice here, coming here giving you my Golden Globe nominees predictions. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because the Gold Globes are being announced Thursday, and I figured why not do a predictions video now? But however, I'm not going to mention any of the TV awards since I'm not really that much of a TV guy, and I'm not going to be covering any of the music-based awards for movies or the best animated picture since I really don't feel like covering this video. But I promise I will cover in my Oscars nominee predictions video. I'm going to cover everything in the Oscar nominee predictions video. I love that. Yeah, that'll be coming January, people. But anyhow, also one more rule in here: the nominees that are on this list, I didn't necessarily personally want. Like I like a lot of these people that I predict who are going to be on here, but the reason why they're on the list is because I feel like a lot of critics and a lot of the voters for the Golden Globes would want to have them on there. So yeah, so without further ado, let's begin. I'm going to start off with Best Screenplay. The nominees I think are going to be Spotlight, The Hateful Eight, The Martian, Steve Jobs, and Room. Who is my pick? Who do I think the Golden Globe voters are gonna pick to win? I think they're gonna pick Spotlight, and the reason why is because Spotlight has a very strong script. And what a lot of critics have been saying that is that the script feels very realistic, and since it's based off a true story, it's easy to kind of get excerpts out of real news articles and interviews to write the script. So yeah, I feel like the Hateful Eight, it's Quentin Tarantino. He could win it. He may be number two choice, but I feel like he's already won enough awards for best screenplay, so I don't feel like they want to give him another one just yet, or they might if it's a crappier year. The Martian, it's based off a book, so I mean it does have a possibility of chance to win, but who might see. Room, yeah, Room has. Yeah, the reason why about Room is because, I haven't necessarily seen Room to tell you the truth, but why did I put it on this list? Well, apparently it had a very strong screenplay by critics, audience members seem to like it a lot, so I figure why not put it on here because it's already getting enough attention from the critics. And as for Steve Jobs, Aaron Sorkin did a very good job in a script. I just don't think it's gonna win because I feel like Spotlight's been getting much more of the attention compared to Steve Jobs. All right, we're going to go on now to Best Director. And the nominees, I think, are going to be our Spotlight, Tom McCarthy, Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu for The Revenant. I hope I said that right. Quentin Tarantino for The Hateful Eight, Ridley Scott for The Martian, and Steven Spielberg for Bridge of Spies. Now, I think Tom McCarthy is gonna win for Spotlight here because again, his direction, he doesn't try to go over the top. Then again, he doesn't try to go minimalistic here. He goes just the right distance, and I feel like voters are gonna really want that because a lot of years in the past, directors have tried to go over the top, like Alfonso Cuarón for Gravity or like Alejandro Gonzalez Iñárritu for Birdman last year, and I feel like they want more of a stabilized kind of normal movie. And so, speaking about Spotlight, I will have a review for that movie once the Golden Globe nominees come out. But we'll talk more about Spotlight later. All right, Best Supporting Actress: Rachel McAdams for Spotlight, Kristen Wiig for The Martian, Kate Winslet for Steve Jobs, Jennifer Jason Leigh for The Hateful Eight, and Jane Fonda for Youth. Now, Jane Fonda and Jennifer Jason Leigh, the only reason why I put them on the list is because they've gotten good critical attention. Yeah, same reason why I put Room for Best Screenplay. And any reason why I put The Revenant on this list, just to let you know. Yeah, any movies that either haven't come out to the wide public or I haven't seen yet, the reason why I put them on this list is because, they've gotten good critical attention. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of cheap. I know, but it's not really my opinion on this. It's just what I think the critics would want. But yeah, Best Supporting Actress, who do I think the critics would pick? Kate Winslet and Steve Jobs. The reason why is because, I feel like the critics love Kate Winslet, and they especially love it when a British person does an American accent, very well. And I feel like, especially in biopics, oh man, do they love their biopics. I don't think a biopic's going to win Best Picture this year necessarily, or for Best Drama or Comedy. However, they certainly love it when someone else does a really good job in a biopic, especially someone who's British. So yeah, Kate Winslet has a really good chance. Best Supporting Actor. There's Michael Keaton in Spotlight, Mark Ruffalo in Spotlight, Christian Bale in The Big Short, Mark Rylance in Bridge of Spies, and Kurt Russell in The Hateful Eight. Now let's see now. So getting rid of Kurt Russell and let's see Christian Bale. Let's see now Christian Bale. I think he's nominated but not going to win because he's already has his Oscar. Whatever. I know it's Golden Globes, but come on, people. The only reason why we watch the Golden Globes is because it's a prediction towards the Oscars, really. So yeah. Anyhow, for Best Supporting Actor, I think they're going to give it to Michael Keaton, and the reason why is because after the lack of awards he really got for last year's acting performance in Birdman, they kind of want to make it up, really. And I think he did do the better job as Best Supporting Actor. And now Spotlight, yeah, I'll talk more about this in my Spotlight review, which is coming out this weekend, I promise. I already seen the movie. I have enough of what I want to say about it. But yeah, let me just say that Michael Keaton, I think he should be nominated for Best Actor instead of Best Supporting Actor. But whatever. I mean, I think he's going to be put under a Supporting Actor, personally. Because, it's an ensemble cast, really. But yeah, let's move on. So, Best Comedy Actress. We have Jennifer Lawrence and Joy. I think the Golden Globe committee is going to pick Jennifer Lawrence for Joy, Melissa McCarthy for Spy, Maggie Smith for The Lady in the Van, Meryl Streep and Ricky in the Flash, and Patricia Clarkson in Learning to Drive. Okay, I heard of most of these movies I never even heard of, like that were nominated, like Learning to Drive or The Lady in the Van. And quite frankly, I feel like this one's a shoo-in for Jennifer Lawrence to win for Joy, because once again, the Academy of both the Oscars and the Golden Globes love Jennifer Lawrence, and they love David O. Russell, so I think this one's pretty much a shoo-in. I've seen some predictions of Amy Schumer being nominated for Trainwreck. She was good, but I don't think she's Golden Globe worthy to be nominated in the comedy or musical category. Yeah, I mean, she's good, but she has a long way to go before she can get in the way of being like a great comedy actress in film. She's good in TV, but film, we'll have to just wait and see. All right, Best Comedy/Musical Actor. We have Matt Damon in The Martian, Robert De Niro for The Intern, Steve Carell for The Big Short, Bill Hader for Trainwreck, and Bradley Cooper for Burnt. Now, for this list, again, I think this is kind of a shoo-in too for Matt Damon to win for The Martian, because he's given a really strong performance. Hell, he won Best Actor according to the National Board of Review. Yep. In general, I mean, they don't bullshit with the comedy or musical and drama. He just won Best Actor alone, so that's something. Then against the National Board of Review, they are not that powerful. But yeah, anyhow, so for Best Comedy Actor, I mean, I feel like Robert De Niro is going to get his nomination for The Intern. I mean, even though it was a mediocre movie, I feel like he can still get it. Steve Carell, he's been building up his things. He's known for a comedy actor, but the thing about The Big Short, from what I've heard, it mixes comedy and drama as a dramedy, really. So, I mean, that movie is another ensemble cast. Who knows? It could be Ryan Gosling, Brad Pitt. Who knows? Also, I put Bill Hader for Trainwreck as a possible nominee because, he's been getting a lot of attention. I don't think he deserves a nomination. He was good, but not great. But yeah, that's what they want. Bradley Cooper in Burnt. Yeah. Heard he's good, not great in that movie. But yeah, anyhow, let's get on to what you people really want. Okay, now we're getting into the drama category. Alright, for Best Drama Actress, Brie Larson in Room. I hope I say this right. Saoirse Ronan for Brooklyn. Carey Mulligan for Suffragette. Cate Blanchett for Carol. And Alicia Vikander for Danish Girl. Now, again, I think this one is a real shoo-in, too, for Brie Larson to win in Room. Now, even though I haven't seen any of the movies nominated here, based on the amount of critical and audience appreciation for Brie Larson's performance in Room, I feel like everyone, it's like last year when Julianne Moore for Still Alice, everyone predicted her to win, and what do you know, she won Best Actress, and everybody wanted her to win. I feel like it's that same case here for Brie Larson. And guys, I'm actually going to plan on maybe seeing Room this weekend. Either that or in January. But I'll let you guys know what I thought about it once I see it. All right, now Best Actor Drama. So we have Leonardo DiCaprio for The Revenant. We also have Eddie Redmayne for The Danish Girl, Michael Fassbender for Steve Jobs, Will Smith for Concussion, and Tom Hanks for Bridge of Spies. Now, see, this was a really tough one to pick. Just like last year's 2014 Oscar Best Actor nominations, this one is there's no clear front runner, but I feel like that the Golden Globes are going to choose Leonardo DiCaprio because I feel like, they want him to get this award badly since, he doesn't really get a lot of, Oscar gold or, anything like that. I mean, Golden Globes, I'm sure he's won it before, but, I feel like they just... It's not like I feel like he's going to be the best one. Even though I haven't seen The Revenant, I just heard that his performance is incredible and that he could win it. I think they're going to give it to him because, let's face it, Eddie Redmayne won last year. Michael Fassbender, I feel like they're waiting on him. Will Smith, I'm pretty sure, has won it. If not, he has enough money to... I feel like they're not going to give it to him because he has too much money or whatever, too famous to get it for whatever reason. Tom Hanks has won it before, I know that. So, yeah, I feel like it's the perfect chance for DiCaprio or Fassbender to get it. But now let's get into Best Comedy/Musical. We have here Inside Out, The Big Short, Spy, The Martian, and Joy. Now, I feel like this one's just shoo-in for The Martian to win. The reason why... It's because it's more of a drama than a comedy, but I don't know why they said they would put it under the comedy category for nominations. I don't know, but I feel like it's been getting such critical and audience reception, including myself, that I liked it a lot, that they're going to nominate this. Inside Out I put under here because, it's been probably the strongest contender for animated movies this year, and I feel like a lot of people say Trainwreck is going to get nominated for Best Comedy/Musical. It's good, not great. I don't get it, but I mean, anyhow. But yeah, I think Inside Out would definitely take its place. Alright, so now we're going to get into my favorite category, the dramas. Alright, so my predicted nominees are Brooklyn, Spotlight, The Hateful Eight, Room, and The Revenant. Now, this one, I feel like they're going to give it to Spotlight, and I'm going to tell you why. Like I said earlier, I think what the Golden Globes really want is they want a movie that's more focused and down to earth this year, that doesn't try to do too much, that doesn't try to go into more fantasy territory, because, let's see, last year they gave the award to Boyhood. Well, I shouldn't say they go too far, at least for drama. Last year they gave it to Boyhood, which was, its main tagline was a film project that went to 12 years into production. I feel like that this year, I don't know. I can't really explain why Spotlight is getting here, but it would win this. I mean, I love Spotlight a lot, and I'm sure I would be happy if it won, but I just feel like this movie was just so polarizing that, I feel like they're going to kind of have to choose it based on critic and audience reception. I don't know. But yeah, people, so that was just my predictions for nominees. Now, and then I'm going to do a video on my predictions for the winners, and that'll come out, I'll let you guys know when that's coming out. But till again, this is where I sign off. Bye.